know what time it is. This is Kiyha's Jambaliyha. You know I'm always cooking up something hot. Come on in. Let me feed you, baby. Yes. So we are back again with another episode of Kiyha's Jambaliyha. So pull up your seat, grab you a little bowl and a spoon, because I am serving it up hot today. You know, we just been watching Hollywood just pretty much fall apart over the last couple of months. All of the wildest, weirdest things, and just celebrities just celebritying, I guess you can say. You know, they just always doing the absolute most. But I have to give it up for to the celebrities who are just trying to keep it positive, who are trying to just uplift themselves every day in the rat race that they are living in. It's real out here. So we have so we want to make sure when we're speaking about Angela, because Angela, formerly known as Blac Chyna, is out here right now looking so good after separating herself from the strongholds of the industry, or so they say. But she went on to remove all of her implants, her augmentations that she had gotten during a time that she was, as in her words, very much lost in the industry. However, I am just questioning a little bit about what is really going on, what's really happening here, because Blac Chyna went through this transformation, and now she has been featured in, or said to be featured in, Beyonce's first released visuals for her song Church Girl.
Oh, interesting.
I don't know if this is a publicity stunt that she just pulled.
Or is she getting blessings for going in the right path?
Right. Yeah, I'm like, is it support?
Well,
especially not for nothing. I feel like Jay and Beyonce support anything that detaches itself from a Kardashian in any way. Like when you shed yourself of the Kardashian, like they're just like, come back to the light situation.
Walk into the light, Carol Ann. Walk in. That's the kind of walk into the light I'm kind of feeling like from them, but it is what it is. So
you ain't lying about that, but yeah.
Yeah, anyways, these we know what this is what it is, and we know that these augmentations are very much a part of the industry, and it's just what it is. Even your most, I guess you would say, demure celebrities somehow get into it and have something done. You know, it's just part of what comes with the territory. So we had talked about Ari Fletcher some months ago, more so I feel like made famous for dating Moneybagg Yo, but she's in the public eye right now because she's a very, very pretty young lady. But she went to go and do some stuff with her lips, which I am not against, because I have actually done my lips before. Even though the serum only lasted about 7 days, and then it would pop up every now and again and make my lips swell up and droop down to my chin. I would just be sitting there and the lip would just blow up and it would just be big like a fist just sitting, and then I would have to rub it and then it would go down. But I think they call it like leaking or something like that. Anyways, this stuff looked like it went away. So I was sending them pictures like, hey, what's wrong with my lips? Like, they're not big. And then one day the lip would just one lip would just get super big and just fall down like, and then it would happen with the next lip. So even though we know this is like a big thing in the culture, I don't know. I seen Ari's new lips. They're huge. And she's getting kind of defensive because a troll told her that her lips look crazy, but they actually look crazy. Her lips actually look nuts. And I just don't know if we understand what's enough or what's too much when it comes to this plastic surgery stuff. So in other news in this plastic surgery lifestyle, we know that they were talking about Spice had almost died. That Spice was overseas and went to have some plastic surgery done and ended up getting sepsis, where something like her intestines must have leaked inside of her body and started to poison her.
Oh, wow.
Doctor. And so she's online with her doctor now. He's on her page, and she's talking to the doctor who saved her life. I can't lie. She looks better than she ever has to me. It looked like some of her old surgeries that she had, she might have went to go and get them fixed because maybe they weren't done properly. When she had her stomach done the first time, I think it looked very hard, almost like a bulletproof vest type of look to it. And it had her looking very big and bulky, and she was wearing these certain outfits to kind of camouflage this big look that she was having. But Spice is not naturally a big girl. So this doctor, whatever happened after she got the sepsis, he pretty much put Humpty Dumpty back together again. And Spice is doing well.
Let's take a quick positive cause just to shout out our homegirls, Kemba and Andrea from Keen Real Estate Group. Whenever you're thinking real estate, whenever you're thinking investments, whenever you're thinking about planning for the long term, think Keen Real Estate Group. They're generating wealth for generations. KeenGroup.ca. If your goal is to purchase a car and to make the process as simple as possible, just get a car broker, guys. You just get a car broker. Big shout out to our homeboy, Hamsdale Jacques, the owner of hjcourtierauto.com. That's HJCOURTIERAUTO.com. If you're a small to medium-sized business and you're getting started and you're ready to go to that next level, what do you need? You need a phone line and you need a website. Think Mainstream Digicom. They got all your telecommunication needs checked. MainstreamDigicom.com. You're trying to get out on the web. You're trying to understand how to navigate through ads. Check out Java Logics for all your marketing, your digital marketing. Where would we be without Preston? I don't even know. Check out Java Logics. I give thanks to Preston for what he's done for the OFC. The amount of positive reviews we've gotten from all his referrals, we're proud to stand behind his work. Check out javalogics.com. No, it's not just because he's my brother. It's because you can't talk hip-hop in Montreal without saying M-City Solo. Guys, check out his latest project, In My Fields, available on mcitysolo.com. If it's not one of the hardest new EPs to hit Montreal, come and let me know. You already know. It's your boy, Pharaoh, bigging up, mcitysolo.com. Keeping the culture alive. I gotta give thanks to West Can Folk Performing Company. For the last 40 years plus, they've been promoting our culture through song, drum, and dance, educating youth, the children, the seniors. Just check them out, westcanfolk.com.
Girl, what are you cooking?
My curry chicken.
Ooh, you're burning it.
Oh, gosh, it looks so...
It's okay, girl. You need the Curry House. They have the best Caribbean food in town. 2 locations in Montreal, West Island, and Côte-Neige. For more information, follow Caribbean Curry House, MTL. Don't forget to mention the Empower Hour for your 10% discount.
So, who placed in the order?
Me.
DeVito, WizKid, Burna Boy. Those are just some of the big names that's blessed Montreal thanks to Afrobeats Montreal. Definitely check out Afrobeats MTL for all concerts, show listings, everything that has to do with Afrobeats in the city. Check out Afrobeats MTL. One full circle. We are the Melanated Community Resource Hub and Network. What does that mean? We're here for each other.
But in the name of looking good, she almost died, and so I hope that we start to take heed as a people when it comes to how far we're willing to go in the name of beauty. And just knowing that it's such a big part of our culture, when are we going to separate it from our culture? Because a lot of us are naturally endowed with the lips and butts and stuff. So what are we really doing?
Mm-hmm. And I think
that's the part that I don't understand.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm seeing a lot more because, let's be honest. If we take the Kardashians, when they started doing these injections and stuff like that, a lot of that was to emulate Black culture. It was basically the Black women, to emulate the Black women, and we already have those natural features. So why are we doing it to the point where it's body dysmorphia at this point? This is what it's entering into, and it looks wild when it looks like your lips are trying to run away from your face. It doesn't make any sense to me.
Like, is it the men like that are encouraging this? Because I remember there was a I can't I'm like it's not coming to me now, but I remember a woman talking about like she got it done. Her husband encouraged her. She got it done like almost for him. And I'm wondering, like, because I'm as we were talking, I'm like, I'm trying to think, like, why, like, what's the motivation? I could, if this is what is helping the women to feel more validated or making them feel better, helping them, consciously, like, helping with their self-conscious, then okay. But it's just like it's a shame if they have to, change their whole look.
I think it's an industry thing because it's an industry thing and it's mainstream media and how it's made to make you feel. Because there were not necessarily social experiments, but there were places in the world that were mainly untouched. A lot of it was untouched, and when they started bringing in magazines in those places, the uprise in depression, the rise depression in little girls happened. They no longer identified as being pretty. They no longer they all wanted to get all these things done after you were told and advertised to and marketed to be like, this is what you're supposed to look like. And so you're trying to create all these Barbie, or well, it's not even Barbie anymore because Barbie's not even what the look is today. Because if you think about the '90s, when you looked at the music videos, none of these women and how they're displaying themselves now look like the women in the '90s and how they were. You had darker skinned women, you had full women. It wasn't washboard flat stomachs and all that. Now everybody looks like a mixed race, long curly haired, exotic is what they call it. So like or multi-ethnic passing, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you're getting tanned to look like you might be this or whatnot. And then next thing you know, if you didn't get that self tan, all of a sudden, oh no, you're just the white girl from next door. When the fillers are out, when you don't do all these things, so it's like they go to the doctor with like this picture of like, give me this one,
Mm-hmm.
and there's no more identity,
Right.
and that's mainstream. That's
So it is like the industry is the monster, and people are just like
the
being
industry is
Right.
the
victims of it.
monster. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's not to say like at the end of the day, I'm a firm believer in like do what makes you happy too. Because if it's a matter of like you want to go under the knife because you've been flat chested all your life and you wanted more, I'm here to let you know that bigger ain't better. But I mean, if you need to do it for yourself to learn it, go ahead. Bring
Amen.
on the backaches. You know what I mean? Bring on the backaches if you want to know. I'm not discrediting anyone who wants to go do something. If you have like you broke your nose and it looks crazy and you want to fix that, do whatever you got to do as long as you're doing it for you and not for an industry standard.
Yes, I agree. Yeah. So even Kim Kardashian a while ago went and had hers taken out when she decided that she wanted to appeal to white men more and less to black men. It was, she did hers. And so I get it. I understand it. And that's how we know. That's how you know. It's crazy how a lot of these celebrities led a lot of normal girls into certain lifestyles to be able to pay for these surgeries and whatnot, to be able to be like them. And now at the height of this plastic surgery wave, they are now pulling out. And these girls have the money now to go, or the right doctors to go and have this stuff removed, these fillers removed and fixed? Some of them don't. Some of them don't even have the money to have their 10-year refresher boobs done.
Right.
But did you ever hear? Sorry, and because you said that it's funny because now that everyone's getting plastic surgery, the celebrities who did do it, they're taking it off. But did you know that? So historically speaking, there's a story about spice, right? Seasoning your food.
Okay.
And once upon a time, people conquered and went to wars and discovered lands like America in search of spices and Indian spices and the black pepper and all these things. And that was a symbolization. That was a symbol of wealth. So you were able to spice your food for wealth. But then all of a sudden it became mainstream and everybody can spice their food. Now the elite no longer want to spice their food because that's something for the proletariats. Now we need to have like good food now is just naturally unseasoned, just 100% pure this food. I call that bland, but it's that thing where it's just like, what's ghetto if you're not rich, or like sophisticated if you're rich, and speaking multiple language is sophisticated if you're rich, but it's ghetto if you're an immigrant or if you're poor, right? It's a demonstration of miseducation. So now that everyone can afford all these plastic surgery, all those who had it as a symbol of elitism are now removing it, and because that's a cost too. It's not free. It's not take back seats time here. You got to pay just as much to take it off as you did to put it in. So
Crazy. Well, I just wanted to touch on that subject a little bit, just because I feel like these are things that we need to address sometimes, also within the culture, within the entertainment, within the hip hop scene. This is Kiyha's Jambaliyha, and this is my segment. Peace.